I've taken the liberty of labeling all the points where there's turns, which is going to help you out a lot when you actually graph this. So remember, for the derivative, think slope. So first, when you ever have something like this, whether it's smooth curves or non-smooth curves, you want to find all flat slopes where it's horizontal. So in this case, it's x equals 4 to 6, 10 to 12, and then 12 to 14. I hope you see those. Next, we actually want to calculate the slope. Remember, m equals y2 minus y1 over the quantity x2 minus x1. Hold on a second, I'm going to scroll down a little bit. And then you can see I've calculated this for all those points where it turns at, say from 0, -3 to 4, 4. These are the x values, 0 to 4, 6 to 8, 8 to 10, and 14 to 17. So basically I've done the math right there. I'll scroll up so you can see that. Okay, now I'm going to scroll down again. I'm going to go back to the original graph, and you always want to try to sketch the derivative graph right below the original graph, and I'll show you why. So the first thing is you want to find out where all these turning points are. I call them turning points. If you want to call them elbows in this particular case, that's great. So at the point 4, so at x equals 4, x equals 6, x equals 8, x equals 10, x equals 12, x equals 14, x equals 17. These are the key points where the derivative will change. Okay, so few hints. Number 1, try to graph your derivative right below the slope so you can see what's going on. Number 2, plot all your horizontal slopes where it's 0. So in our case, that's 4 to 6, 10 to 12, 12 to 14. Next, find out all the places where the derivative changes. In this case, it's all the corners. So that's at x equals 4, x equals 6, x equals 8, x equals 10, x equals 12, x equals 14, x equals 17. Then from there, plot the slopes. So remember, from 0 to 4, we calculated the slope is 7/4, so we got that there. Next, from 6 to 8, we calculated it's -3. Then from 8 to 10, we calculated it's 4, so I plotted there. From 10 to 12, and also 12 to 14, it's flatlining, so the slope is 0. Notice at the point x equals 12, the slope is undefined because it's completely vertical, so that's why we leave an open hole there. Next, last part, 14 to 17, looks like we have a slope of 2.